Hello everyone and welcome to Empyrion Galactic Survival Tutorials. My name is Rakoona, and today we're going to be talking about the HUD. And to assist me, we got Bart and we have Marv. Hey everyone, I'm glad I can finally be part of the show. Well, people seem to like Bart a lot, but he's getting all the attention while I'm staying in the Charon there doing nothing. You get case of a serious jealous here. Yeah, apparently we do. Anyways, yeah, we're going to be going over the HUD. And these two are gonna help me. We sure are. So first things first, we're gonna go and explain what's on the bottom left of the HUD. So we're gonna start with here. This is health. If it goes to 0, you're basically dead. You can use food or medicine to bring it back up, or even medical stations. Just underneath that, you got the food bar. If your food starts getting low, you're gonna start feeling dizzy and losing health. Just below that is the stamina. This determines how long you can run before you get tired and you start hearing your heartbeat. I'll just do a demonstration. I'll run around you guys. Rakoona, what the hell are you doing? No, just wait. Yeah, there you go. You hear your heart and it's not annoying at all. So just below that, we have your oxygen. If a planet doesn't have oxygen, you must have a suit on and you'll see your oxygen depleting. Otherwise, you'll start suffocating after a while, and you'll lose some health, which comes up to the other bar just above the health. The leftmost icon represents if you have your jetpack on and off. If you have a suit, you can jump and use your jetpack by holding space. There are also boosters you can put on your armor to make your jetpack last longer. Second icon from the left is your helmet. Shows you if you have it on or off. There's very little visual indicator besides this sort of weird dark shadow that shows around to tell you that it's on, so be sure to check on that when you're on planets that have no oxygen or when you're going underwater. Third icon from the left is the oxygen presence. Right now on this planet, there is no oxygen. There's a lot of birds. There's no oxygen. How the hell are these birds breathing? I have no clue, Rakoona. It doesn't make any sense. Scientifically speaking, these birds should be dropping. Well, this is a game, so, you know, it doesn't always make sense. You and your stupid game theory again. But if I were to go inside a ship that has oxygen activated, you can see the little O2 icon light up. So Marv, you wanted to be part of this. What would be the fourth icon from the left? That would be the presence of gravity. All planets have gravity, but when you find yourself in space, there is no gravity, except for ships and stations which contain a gravity generator. And that's pretty good. That's about right. Right, Bart, fifth one's yours. The fifth one is if you're allowed to bring in a blueprint. If the little house icon with a cross in it shows up, it's because you can't build here. Probably because you're close to another faction base. And some planet just won't allow you to spawn in anything. So the fifth icon is PvP. It'll tell you if you're on the PvP playfield, which is most of the place. Except if you're on friendly territory like Talon or Polaris or any other faction in which you are friends with, then this will turn off. I mean, you could still shoot them, but that's gonna hurt your reputation by a lot. And you'll probably get killed by all the other guards in the area, so yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. The sixth icon is Wi-Fi. If you're near a ship or a building that is equipped with Wi-Fi, you'll see it on the icon. Right now, I am right near the Needle and the Scarer, which are both equipped with Wi-Fi. So that's why I see the little 2 just next to the icon. But if I were to move out of range, the little icon would not be lit up anymore. Above the left icons, you'll have your buffs and debuffs. Right now I have a well-fed buff here, but if you ever were to break a leg, get parasite, or get dermal burn, there's so many kind of different things. It'll show up over there. So right now, I just provoked this large desert worm. Yeah, he's giving me all sorts of debuffs, and this is really not good. Why on earth would you do such a thing? It's just for learning purposes. When you press tab, you can actually see the ailments under the stat tab. Over here, we got poisoned bite. If you don't take care of it, it's going to go to stage 1, stage 2, and right now it's affecting my stamina. That is not good. It shows you how to mitigate it, and it shows you what you need to heal it. Like here, there is nothing to mitigate dermal parasite, but you can heal it with all these items. So you got to keep a close eye on that. So on the bottom part, you have your toolbar. You can scroll up and down with the mouse wheel, or you can press 1 to 0. On your right, this icon shows that you're on your personal cargo. But if you were to connect to a ship via Wi-Fi by pressing F4, press this little button right there for connect the container on the right. Now the icon below the personal icon is lit up. If you're playing with weights and volume, this is gonna come in handy when it comes to building. You want to be connected to Wi-Fi and put your blocks in there. As such, then you can build to your heart's content without having to worry about weights and volumes. Another way to switch between the two is by pressing T. When you have a weapon or a tool equipped... Oh, Bart, let me do the next one. You can wait your turn. No, that's okay. I'll let him do the next one before he starts crying. Okay then, you do it. When you have a weapon or tool equipped, at the bottom right, you'll have the weapon name, the range, the ammo in the weapon, and your total amount of ammo that you have in your inventory. The shotgun is currently holding 7 shotgun shells and has a total of 4,000 in the inventory. If you're holding another item like a survival tool, when you right click you have different modes and it'll show that little icon on the bottom right next to your range. Same goes with the multi-tool, the drill, and also your color tool. Now there will be more options there showing up when you're inside of ship, but we'll get to that later. And that's pretty good, Marv. You're doing well. Thank you, Rakoona. Yeah, Marv, you're doing well. Oh, stop making fun of me, you jerk. Okay, guys, please behave. The audience did come here to see you two complain. I'm sorry, Rakoona. I'm sorry. So, first of all, let's explain the map on the top right and all the information around it. Now, on the top left here, you see that you are in a clear area. This pretty much shows the environmental condition in the area you are currently in. Right now, it's written clear, but there are all sorts of temperatures you can have. Like hell, you can have fog. There's so many, and I wish I could show you right now, but I need to travel to other places. You'll find out for yourself. You'll see soon enough. Just below that is the type of area you are in. Right now, we're in the dunes. If I were to go to the mountains, here it shows that we're in crash site. Where's the crash site? Over here we're in plantations. Over here we're in the low mountains. So this changes depending on where you are on the map. Just underneath that, it shows you how much time there is till sunrise or sunset. Right now it's 1 hour 48 minutes till sunset. This would usually be counting down, but because I kind of stopped time so the light would always stay good, it's not. But if I were to change it... Oh my god, why did it turn dark all of a sudden? Because I changed it with my god mode abilities. What the hell are you speaking of? You know, never mind, okay? Right now, as you can see, it's 3 hours and 35 minutes till sunrise. On some planets, depending on the time of day, there'll be more monsters coming in after you. And it gives you a realistic feel to the planet, knowing that there's time, and that you cycle through days like any other planet. So right next to there is the map. Now around the map, as you can see on the left here, we got a little red bar with one little red bar just underneath it. That means that if I go south, there is going to be a POI there. I just got to locate it with a detector. See, it's right over there. So as soon as you discover it, that little red bar disappears, and now there's another one to the east. And this is how you know there are places that you haven't discovered yet. Alright, let's turn it back today because nighttime is not ideal. Alright, now we got a nice blazing sun and a beautiful view. Hey dude, how are you doing? What the hell are you carrying? Rakoona, these sandworms are getting closer. Don't you worry, they won't attack you unless you attack them. Yeah, that's right, don't worry about them, Marv. You'll be fine. So inside of your little map area, you got these little icons that show up. That means that there's a POI over there. Of course, by turning around, north, south, west, east is gonna turn with you. This is an easy way to know pretty much which direction that you're currently going. And you can also check the bigger version of the map by pressing M. Below the minimap, you have the faction territory you are in. As you can see on the map here, we are currently in pirate territory. If I were to move outside of that, no icons show up. Now below that, you have the temperature and radiation. Over here you have the current temperature outside, or in the current room that you are in, depending on a POI. The top right is their current body temperature. If that is too high or too low, the little icon on the right will light up. It's good to check your current armor to see what the comfort zone is. With this current armor, it can resist up to minus 235 degrees to 185 degrees. The bottom number here is the temperature that it is outside. If you're in a POI or you're inside a ship, it's gonna show what it is out there. Just below that is radiation. On the left is the current radiation where you are right now. The top number is your current body radiation. And below that is the radiation you feel outside. Whether you're in a ship or a POI, it'll tell you. Some planets have really high radiation and you have to be prepared and wear the correct armor and armor boosters. If the radiation is too high, this little icon will light up. Well, just for teaching purposes there, I removed my armor, and right now it is getting pretty hot. Rakoona, you idiot, put your armor back on. What the hell are you trying to prove, Rakoona? It's just teaching them. Oh, yeah, right now I don't have any oxygen, and I'm gonna get radiation, and I'm gonna get too hot. Yeah, everything is lit up. Rakoona, put your armor back on, you idiot. Yeah, I'm going. You happy now? Well, it would be stupid if you died. I'd just respawn, don't worry about it. By the way, Rakoona, how the hell are we not affected by this? Let's not get into that right now. So when you are inside of a ship, a whole new bunch of icons appear. First of all, we're gonna go over this list right here. Now, the left icon shows me when I'm docked. If I go on a ship or on a base, this little icon will light up if I'm docked correctly. At that point, the ship's shields and turrets will automatically deactivate, and all of the thrusters as well. The second icon shows pretty much which directions your thrusters are activated. If I were to press I, right now only the bottom thrusters are working. If I press it again, all of the thrusters are deactivated. And I press I again, and they're all reactivated. I'm in space, this works slightly differently. If I press I, right now I've attained a speed of 100 meters per second, and I can let myself drift by turning off the thrusters. It'll help you save up on fuel. Press I again, and they'll be reactivated. The third little icon is cruise control. If I hold control in any direction that I want to go, right now I'm pressing Ctrl and W, you see this rise up. You get it to the speed you want, and then you can just let go. And your ship will autopilot in the direction you set it to. Stop this, just press any button again, and you'll see the cruise control icon turn off. The fourth icon is for if you're playing multiplayer. If you have passengers, right now it shows 0 and the icon is not lit up. If there was another player seated, that icon would be lit up with a 1, then a 2 or 3 depending on how many other passengers you have inside of your ship. Again, this is only applicable when playing in multiplayer. The other icon is applied to ships with drills. When your drill is selected in your toolbar, this little icon will light up to say that it's ready. Now, in my opinion, this could easily have been replaced with another icon for shields or anything, just anything else, because this is an absolutely useless icon. It can burn in hell for all I care. Now, the other icon next to it, that you can activate by pressing Shift O. Then you start to drill and you start moving forward, and the drills will automatically keep going. And I'll be also moving automatically at a 0-degree level while moving 1 meter per second. If you want to flatten fields for a base, this is the perfect way to go. And with this, your ship should always be going straight. To deactivate it, press Shift O again, and you'll find your full speed again. All right, let's get out of that hole. Now below that you have 4 bars. The top one is how hard your generators are working. Right now it's working at 3.3%, just keeping me afloat. If I were to turn on the drills, they're going up to 50%. If it goes over 100%, then you start getting damage to your generators. They don't really like it, so adjust to the ship's need. Make sure it doesn't go over. Below that, you have your fuel gauge and how much time you have left before you run out. This is pretty much linked to the power usage. The more power you use, the less time you'll have left. If I use the drill, it was at 300 minutes, and now it's down to 21. So it's always good to keep an eye on that, especially when going inside of a POI and you want to leave your ship active so it can use its turrets on the enemies. Just below that is the ship's oxygen tank. Right now it's at 63%. I can't really gauge how much time that'll leave me. I guess that must depend on how much time you spend inside of your ship. And below the oxygen gauge is your Pentax tank. That is used for both shields and warping. Right now it shows me that I have enough for 50 AU warp. So if I were to activate my shields by clicking here or by pressing X, it'll start using the Pentax. As soon as my shields are full, it'll stop. And there you go. Shields are full. I still got 46 left. Now the capacity for an SV and an HV is completely different. To fill any of these up, you press your P menu, and in your main menu here, you got your oxygen, you got your fuel, you got the Pentaxid, and if you have them on you, you can just press fill all and it'll automatically insert it inside of the ship. Now when you're inside of a ship, you might have noticed the toolbar changes. So the bottom toolbar is the same pretty much as your personal toolbar. You can scroll down, press 1 to 0, and right now I have the missile launchers equipped. Currently shows that I have 40 in the chamber and I got 1,960 left. The little blue bar below will diminish as I fire, and depleting what I currently have inside of my rocket launchers. Right next to the ammo count, you have the range of the weapon, how far before it's effective. Depending on which ammo you have and depending on if you're on a planet or in space, this will change. And of course you got the detector, which has a 3.5 kilometer range. If I currently have a drill equipped, on the top left, you see how much cargo space there is available. Right now, the cargo space is full at 2.4%. Once it is at 100%, I'm going to stop collecting the resources. On the right, over here, we got the shield. Right now, the shields are full at 100%, but let's say I go and pick on the pirates a little bit, you'll see them reduce my shields. Yeah, right now he's firing and my shields are going down slowly. But eventually, if you wait enough without getting fired, your shields will automatically recharge. And of course, if I let my shields go down completely, then I will start taking physical damage. That's when you want to get out of there. Yeah, that's enough. Don't stop. Leave me alone. So that leaves us with the ship's HUD, which is pretty much in the middle of the screen. On the top left, you have how many meters are left until you hit orbit. Just below that, you got how many meters you are above the ground. And on the left over there, you see how many meters you are to sea level. In the middle, it shows you which direction you're going and the amount of degrees that you are. On the top right, you see your max speed. Depending on which direction you're going, this is going to change. If I were to press A to go left, it shows that my max speed is at 30 meters per second. By pressing W, it shows that my max speed is at 69 meters per second. And below that is the current speed that I'm going. Now this 100% shows pretty much where your max speed is at, but if you were to hit Shift and W, depending on the type of thrusters you have, you can go over that for a little while. So let me show you an example. On the bottom here, you see the thruster super speed charging up. And when I actually press Shift and W, I'll go above my maximum speed for a little while as this thing depletes. And on the right of the turbo bar, well, I guess we'll call this a turbo bar. It'll show you which direction you're allowed to go at turbo speed. As you can see right now, it only tells me that I can go forward. When I actually Shift W, you can see the little arrow light up. If I were to go in another direction, it'll show up as orange. Now when in space, on the left over here, you'll have pretty much the degree in which you're moving on the y-axis. If that is the y-axis, I'm pretty sure it is. So this might help you kind of direct where you're going while in space. And also, as you can see, the minimap is changed. And on its left, you got the X, Y, and Z coordinates. It's a little harder to navigate in space with that minimap, but after a little bit of practice, you'll get used to it. Now there is only one last thing I need to show you. It's for the hover vessel. As you can see on the bottom left, you have this little icon. This pretty much shows you how much you set your ship to hover above the ground. Right now it's set at 3 meters, but if you press C, it'll lower it. And right now your ship will try to hover always at 1.2 meters. If you wanted to go up again, press space. And I think that pretty much concludes it. Good job there, Rakoona. Yeah, well done, Rakoona. But may I ask one question? What? Why didn't you texture the little place that we're on? I totally forgot about that. Talk about being lazy. It's not laziness. Yeah, you forgot. Yeah, good excuse. It's not an excuse, it's just I forgot. And why did you bring your console over here? I told you I take it everywhere. It's gonna get sand in it. Rakoona, again, how are we breathing? I'm not answering that question. Rakoona, I'm all fired up. I want to continue teaching. Maybe on the next episode. Rakoona, I'm not done here. Oh, Bart, please shut it. Rakoona, come on. Be polite to Bart. I'm sorry, but Rakoona, I think it's time you conclude this. Yes, I'm trying to, but you two keep on talking. I'm not talking all the time. See? I told you. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I really hope that you learned something new. So if you have any comments, please leave them in the comment section below, and I will see you next time. So until then, take care and stay safe. Rakoona out. Mauve out. Bot out.